Hello, my name is Shiraksha, and in this brief tutorial, I will demonstrate how Coagmento can help you for doing your personal projects which span multiple days. Here, I've already logged into Coagmento, and you can see that I have two projects. When I click on the projects link, Coagmento will show me the projects that I already have. The default project will be there when your account is created, but you can create new projects by expanding the projects panel here and create a new project. For now, I'll just use one of my existing projects. So let's say I want to work on my European history project. I'll click on that and then select this as my active project. Remember, in Coagmento, at a given time, you always need to have an active project that you're working on. Whenever you log into Coagmento, by default, your active project will be default, which will be shown here up in the toolbar. Now that I've selected European history as my active project, I'll simply reload my C space, and now everything is referring to European history project. So up here in the toolbar, you'll see that my current active project is European history. With that, I will activate Coagmento. Activating Coagmento means Coagmento will start recording all the websites that I go to and the searches that I do. Coagmento never records any of your passwords or any such sensitive information or anything that you fill in any form. So it simply records the URLs or the addresses that you go to and the searches. Anytime you can click on this button again to deactivate it, which means after that Coagmento will stop recording anything that you do. You can also open up a new window of Firefox, and you can do your other things that you don't want to be recorded in that window. So for instance, I can have one window with activated Coagmento where anything that happens will be recorded. And then I can have another window where Coagmento is deactivated and nothing that I do will be recorded. So this gives you additional privacy. Just remember that any tab that you open in this window will be recorded because Coagmento has been activated for this Firefox window, whereas any tab that you open in this other window will not be recorded. Okay, so with this, let's say we are doing some research on our European history project. So you can just start using the web just the way you do and do your searches. Go to any website that you find useful. And let's say if this is a page that you want to come back to later, and if this is a useful page, you can use Coagmento to bookmark it. So on the toolbar, you can simply click on Bookmark, and Coagmento saves this page. Now remember, since all this information is saved on Coagmento server, you don't need to worry about having this available on your machine. You can log into your C space or Coagmento from anywhere and you will have this information. Now often you find a particular piece of information useful that we want to save. So in that case, you can highlight such a portion and click on Snip button on Coagmento toolbar. This brings up a box with that highlighted portion shown here, and an optional text box where you can leave some comments if you wish. And click on Save. So in this case, Coagmento has saved the snippet, and it has also saved the information about where this snippet came from. This will be really useful later when you're compiling a report with all this information. You can also annotate on a given page. So if you're on this page and if you want to leave some notes, so that later on when you're working through your looking back and working through your report, you may find this useful. So you can see this notes for this given page and close it. So that's about the toolbar. Now let's see how we can use the sidebar. I'm going to bring up the sidebar here and demonstrate how. Now this is really useful when you need to come back to your active project a few days later, because Coagmento saves your history. So here you can see that in history panel, my searches that I've done before are saved, and I can click on a search to bring up the results that I've seen before. So this way I can revisit my results. But better yet, sometimes the results that you saw a few days back were different than what you're seeing today. So Coagmento has this snapshot functionality, as you can see this camera button here, which when you click brings up the results as you saw on that particular day as they were. So these were the results from Bing with this query. So, and this is what I saw when I ran this search a few days back. You can also access the bookmarks that you have made and objects, including the text snippets and even the pictures. So let's say you're on some page where you find some useful picture. Actually, let's look at a Wikipedia page. And now that we are on this Wikipedia page, maybe we want to save this map here. So if this is a picture, you can simply drag and drop that like this to the drop zone that you see in the objects panel. When you do that, Coagmento will bring up a similar box here that you saw with the snippets with this picture. And then you can leave some notes and save it. So Coagmento not only saves this picture, but also the information about where it came from. Right? So once again, you can see that in this objects panel here on the side. The other thing you can do is make some notes. So for the given project, you can make some notes right here in your browser, and it will be saved with the current active project. Let's go ahead and make some notes here. And you can anytime call this back and edit it or create new notes. So this gives you a chance to write some remarks on the project that you're working on, maybe create a to-do list and so on. Now anytime you can click on the C space button that you see in your toolbar and come back to your C space. Here you can work further with your data that you collected. So on the left side here you can see there are different panels, and if I expand the data and information panel, I see a link for the data collected about or by me. And I can select the project to filter the data. And now my C space is showing me all the stuff that I've done, all the web pages I've visited with the European History Project. If I want, I can also simply see the things that I've bookmarked, or maybe the searches that I've done. If any of the things that I don't want to save, I can click on this delete button to delete it. But now I want to create kind of a report from the things that I've done. So I'll access my workspace right from my C space here, And here I'll see different things that I've done under this European history project. So for instance, if I just want to print the snippets that I've collected, I can click on this print snippets and it will bring up the things that, the pieces of information that I've collected from different websites, and I can print it right away. So this way I can work on a given project over multiple days, keep browsing through different things, keep track of what's going on and what I've tried and what I need to try, and finally compile a report for my as my final product.